Hey everybody, it's SaskiaSketches. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's episode of Sketch With Me, I'm doing a collab with @Color of the Clouds on Instagram. I asked her if she wanted to do a voiceover with me, but she didn't. She wasn't comfortable enough with that, and that's alright. So it just means that I'm doing this voiceover on my own. As usual, you'll just have to wait until my next collaboration for a shared voiceover. I'm really excited to do that sometime in the future. I'll leave a link to her Instagram in the description down below, and I highly recommend you go check her out. She's an incredible artist, and the second I saw her work, I was like, I have to collab with this person. She's so cool. Her art is so amazing, and just go check her out, okay? Take my word for it. She does very nice, expressive watercolor artwork. Like, especially the way she colours skin, I find it really inspiring because she adds in greens and oranges and all purples and all those different tones that you don't normally see, which it just looks so unique, and I really love the way she does that. Yeah, I can go on and on about her awesome artwork for the rest of this video, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about the collab that we did. So the idea for this collab was a Pokemon Fusion line art swap. Yeah, that's a lot of different elements, but it was my idea to do a line art swap, usually because that's my go-to for collaborations. I love to do line art swaps because I think it really gives you insight in how the other person draws, and it really is fun to see your artwork coloured by a different person. And I like to colour my own work as well, so you have a direct comparison to you know, see, hey, I would have coloured this piece this way, but this person coloured it that way. So that's always really fun to compare, to look at. And then it was her idea to do a Pokemon fusion. I think she said she saw some Pokemon art of mine, and then she got the idea to do a Pokemon fusion challenge, which I really like. I've done that once before. I've used Ponyta and Feraligatr. That was also a collaboration I did with a friend of mine. When she was staying over, we decided to do a Pokemon fusion, and she said we should say the Pokemon out loud at the same time. So that way we can really think about, hey, which one do we, you know, fuse. So that was really funny. So, and this conversation happened in the Instagram DMs with Color of the Clouds. So I said, hey, let's send a picture of the Pokemon we chose at the same time. And this was really funny because she chose Torterra, and Torterra is my favourite Pokemon, for those of you that don't know. I was thinking about picking Torterra for this fusion, which is really funny. Like, I almost picked Torterra, then I was like, no, I can't be this predictable. And so I chose Stoutland, but I still got to draw Torterra, which is really funny. So yeah, that is what happened. I was like, whoa, what? You chose Torterra? A really funny moment. So then I got out my sketchbook and I decided to first sketch both Pokemon out without attempting to fuse them yet. So that's what I did. First sketched Stoutland, then I sketched Torterra, and then I started to try and combine them, which was really quite difficult, funnily enough, because normally I just draw when I draw a fusion of two things, I try to think, hey, what would happen if this thing and this thing were made out of each other? What would happen? And then with Torterra and Stoutland, it was a little difficult because their body types are quite similar. They're quite stocky, blocky kind of designs. So that made it that made it very difficult to fuse them. And of course, when you have Torterra, you need to add in like the shield and a tree, right? Because that's such a big part of Torterra's design, like his shell and his rocks and stuff. But then if you want to add more dog or more stoutland into it, you need to somehow try and get that in there, and it was really difficult. I tried to have to add fur and everything, but that just looked weird. So then what I did, I used some elements of Stoutland's head, and I used Stoutland's eye, and that is his large mustache thing. I used that as the like the rim of Torterra's shell, which is really funny. I quite like how it turned out though. So then after sketching a couple different designs, I settled on this one, which I'm lining now, and this is the moment I forgot I was doing a line art swap. I thought I was just like, I was having fun drawing, so it's like, oh yeah, I'll colour this with watercolours, and so I coloured it in, and then it's like, wait, this is a line art swap. I still need to somehow get this line art to Colour of the Clouds. So what I ended up doing was I took a picture of it and I traced it digitally, the line art, and then I sent that over to her. So that was really funny. So the thing was, it was still looking a little bit too Torterra like for my taste, so I thought, okay, maybe I can save this with a colour scheme, maybe take some more of the Stoutland colours and add those in instead of the Torterra colours, which I kind of think looked okay. I like the way this turned out though. It's more on the Torterra side, but you know, I don't mind it. I think I could have maybe tried to go with a more Stoutland body type, but then it was very difficult to get the Torterra aspects in still, because if you're fusing Torterra with another Pokemon or something else, I don't know, if you're doing a fusion with Torterra, you want, like I said, you want that tree, you want those rocks, right? You want that distinct Torterra shell in there. And if you do a dog body type, it's very difficult to add those in. I suppose I could do that, but oh yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll try it sometime. But I do like the way this turned out. I like the color scheme. I think it worked out quite nicely, and it's a funny fusion. When I first saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool, I can do this. But then, yeah, once I started designing it, it was very difficult. But I really like the way this turned out. I added a little bit of grass and his feet beneath him, and I like the way it looks. So this is the finished piece that I did. And then I got her line art. I was like, whoa, we did something kind of similar. So I coloured this one on the computer because she sent me the line art file. I could have printed it out, but I wanted to try and colour it digitally. And yeah, I quite like how this looks. First of all, her line art is so cool. Like, it's I don't usually play around with line weight variation much. I said that in my last video too. I usually have like those distinct thin anime lines, but yeah, I really like how her line art is so expressive, so flowy. It's not very it's not so stiff. Mine is always a little bit stiff, and I like that about it, but this is it's so free, so expressive. That's what I also really like about her artwork. So I had a really fun time colouring this. So I just coloured it as I usually colour my digital art. So I add in the flat colours, and then I play around a little bit with darken and lighten, layer modes, layer styles, and do some anime shading and stuff. I really like how it came out. Like I said, I think hers and my art style, they are very, fun to merge, and yeah, it was fun to do, and I really hope that she had a fun time colouring my piece as well. She sent me some of her some footage of her colouring, so I will add that in after after this footage finishes. I had so much fun doing this collab. I really love doing collaborations with other creators. Like I said, it's because you can get to know the other person's art a lot better, and you know, just watching the video of her colouring of my piece really just shows how different we colour, because of course I use the cell shading anime style, and her colouring is more painterly, which you'll see in a bit. But I really love how it still works and how it comes together, and how we can, you know, get to know each other better through these collaborations. And it's always fun to you know, to make something with someone, to not just do it by yourself. And yeah, I really love the way this turned out and the way her piece turned out. I really love doing these collabs. So if you're interested in doing a collaboration with me, please message me. You can message me on Instagram, just send me a DM. We'll make a very cool YouTube video out of it. And if you don't want to do a YouTube video, that's fine too. We can also just do a line art swap or whatever. I really love doing collaborations, so don't hesitate to message me. So okay, this is her footage of her colouring, and like you see, she adds in a lot of detail, a lot of blending, and which just looks really cool. I especially love the way she did the like mustache thing, the hair. I really love how she shaded that, and I think just used a blender brush or something. I don't usually do digital painting. Like I said, I usually just have my anime style shading, cell shading technique, but this is so cool looking. I've always loved the way digital paintings look. I've never really attempted it, I think once, but then I gave up. I really want to try it more, but I just love how it looks. Like, I think she just adds some color in and then blends that out, like you see on the tree trunk. Yeah, it looks so cool. It looks so much fun to do. I really want to try this technique sometime. So that's what I will be doing. In the future, you might see that from me. Oh gosh, I just love the way she did this. It looks so cool. And like I said, it's so fun to compare how I coloured it versus how she coloured it. And yeah, it's really fun. I think the colour scheme wasn't too different, but just the way she did this, it's so cool. Also, the second I saw this, it's like, oh my, I didn't put this much time into my piece. She just went all out, and oh, it looks so cool. I just love it. I really love the way this looks, and it's just it's awesome. And hey, Color with the Clouds, if you're watching this, let's do another collab sometime, or let's just do more art together. I really love your art style, and I'm so excited about this. It makes me happy. So yes, I love how this turned out. I'm just repeating myself, but I really love the way this looks, and I love the way my piece came out, and I just really like this idea of the Pokemon fusion and doing this together. And I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm so happy that you wanted to do this collab with me, and yeah, let's do it again sometime. And of course, any other creators who would like to do a collaboration with me, whether you're a painter or a digital artist, or I don't know, maybe a 3D artist, anyone who would like to do a collaboration with me, whether you can draw or not, I would love to. So just hit me up, send me a message on Instagram, let's do this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And yes, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I am so happy that you did that, and I want to ask you to please leave a like on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more art videos every Friday. Have a great weekend, guys, and keep on sketching. Goodbye.